Critical issues with Bisi Adewale.
Please, sir, I just want to know who should be the next of kin of my husband. My husband made his younger brother his next of kin. Is that supposed to be? Please help me.
Critical issues with Bisi Adewale.
This is Critical Issues with Bisi Dewale, a program where we answer all your questions that pertain to family and life in general. Always send your question to askbisi@gmail.com. I will be glad to answer them in one of these videos. The next of kin to anybody should be the next of kin. And who is the next of kin? The wife, the spouse. The spouse, not even your child. You see, before we got married, we do have next of kin as our sisters, as our brother, our parents, our this and that. And at times, people don't regularize their document after the wedding. And it do go against them later in life. So your next of kin is your spouse, then your children can follow. I've seen situations whereby a man made his younger brother the next of kin and his beneficiary. It has been there for long before he eventually got married. He didn't work on this document, and he became big in the place of work, and he died after a short sickness. They took his dead body to the village in the east. By the time they have to tell the wife to stay in the village for some weeks to mourn her husband. But the younger brother, the brothers, they returned to Lagos while the woman was still mourning. By the time the woman returned to Lagos, they've sold the property, they've collected so many things. It's entitlement in the office because they are the next of kin. They practically took over everything that belonged to their late brother and left the woman naked. In fact, when the woman returned to Lagos, everything she had in that house was in the gate yard, in the security post of the house, waiting for arrival because the house has been sold. It became a legal battle, but eventually she didn't even have the money to continue the battle because they've taken over practically everything that belonged to her. She lost. That is why every man watching this, if you don't want your spouse, your children to suffer needless pain after you, please make sure you put your document in order. Your wife, your husband is your next of kin. Then your children, everybody that surround you, like your siblings, like your brother, like your sisters, they have their own families. They should be the next of kin of their spouses, not you. Thank you. Don't forget that people normally have critical issues, but God has supernatural solution.
Now, you can make your marriage sweeter, stronger, better, tantalizing and more romantic by joining our 31 Days Marriage Makeover Bootcamp, where you're going to watch 34 uncommon videos on intimacy, finance, sex, romance, and lots more that will turn your marriage around forever. Quickly go to familiacourses.com and start the journey of fruitful, blissful, and successful marriage now. You get it at 75% discount if you get the course today.